Hey, welcome to Angie's Basic Pilates Mat Class. To get started, all you need is a mat. You can also grab a pillow to give your neck some added support or your lower back support, but your mat is all that you really need. Let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to step back and we're going to start in a Pilates V. So bring the feet together and then just rock back a little bit, separate the toes. And now you want to ground the toes down into the floor. So press all 10 toes into the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And then we're going to bring the head, the chin to the chest, and roll down one vertebrae at a time. You want to come down, rolling down one part of the spine at a time, and then rolling up bone by bone. Try to stay balanced between all of those toes and keep the pelvis still. And let's repeat that. Chin to the chest, rolling down bone by bone. Arms are heavy. And then rolling up, pull your hips underneath you. Head is the last thing to come up. All right, then bring your feet back forward. You're going to bring your arms up and you're going to march. Now try not to rock side to side too much. You want to lift up without moving the hips. You'll notice that it's really hard to not move the pelvis. So you really have to use your core to lift and stabilize the hips. One more on each side. Last one. Very good. All right, you're going to shift your weight to one leg, just a little bend. You can place your hands on your hips. We're going to do a side leg lift. So you're going to lift up and down, up and down. Now I like to keep my hands on my hips so I'm not hiking my hip up just so I can get my leg higher. So notice I'm not coming up very high. One more. Switch sides. So again, keep your hip bones in a straight line. And you're going to lift. You can tap if you want. Okay, that's a good way to start, and then see if you can float that leg up. You notice it requires some balance. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and come down to the floor. All right, so I want you to start sitting up tall, and you're going to bring the thighs together. You're going to hold the legs behind the thighs. You're going to lengthen the spine. So think about growing tall. Now you're going to curl your hips underneath, round the spine, and make the letter C. Chin is drawing to the chest. And then you're going to extend the spine and lengthen. Sit up tall. Inhale, exhale, curl the hips underneath. Round the spine. Make that letter C. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl those hips underneath. Maybe you float those arms. Maybe you just use one. And up. Lengthen. One more. Curl the hips underneath. And lengthen. Very good. Let's go ahead and come all the way down. So you're just going to keep the legs together and you're going to keep curling all the way down. And then walk the feet in. Hands are down by your side. Squeeze the thighs together. We're going to go into pelvic curl. So to start, you're going to pull your hips up or curl your hips up, and then rolling up bone by bone, taking your time, making sure you're not swaying the hips from side to side, and then lower back down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the hips up so the tailbone lifts up first, then the lower back, then the mid back, and you don't need to go any higher than the base of the shoulder blades, and then curl back down. And again, curl those hips up, keep peeling up bone by bone. This is called articulation. See if you can push the hips up, and then also keep curling the tailbone towards the belly button, and then lower back down. It's a little buggy. One more. Inhale, exhale, curl those hips under, lift, 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 squeeze the glutes here. And then lower back down. Nice job. We're going to go into marching. So you're going to lift one leg up, tap the toe down, and then the other leg up, and tap the toe down. The goal again is to keep your pelvis, your hips, from moving. Tap, lower down, tap, lower down. Let's do one more on each side. Now, if you would like to progress and go to the next level, you're going to float those legs up into a tabletop position. Squeeze the legs together. From here, we're going to tap the toe, like we're dipping our toe in water, pulling up. Tap the toe, and up. Now, you want the back to be flat. Okay, don't let the back arch here. And what I mean by arch, you don't want the back to lift off the floor. If you are feeling that your back is lifting off the floor, I want you to bring the feet back down and then go back to your marching. Okay, let's do one more. Last one. Good. And rest down. So, third level, we're going to go into single leg stretch. So, you're going to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Bring the knees in, and then you're going to extend one leg out, one hand on the ankle, opposite hand on the knee, and you're going to pull and switch, and switch, and switch, switch, switch. Now, if this is too much, you can bring the head down, or go back to toe taps, or marching. One more. Bring the knees in, and just rock the knees from side to side. Just take a little break. All right, moving on. We're going to go into leg circles. So extend one leg up and flex the foot. Flex means you're pulling the toes towards you. From here, you're going to bring the foot across the midline. So it's going slightly past the belly button. You're going to bring that leg down, out, up, and around. And then you repeat. Down, out, up, and around. Now again, we're keeping the hips still. They are not moving. 4 and 5. Now maybe you extend that bottom leg and that leg is flexed, and we go the opposite direction. 1, 2. We're not swinging. We're using the strength of the hip and the core. 4. One more. And 5. Bend the knee and bring that leg down. We're going to go to the other side. So, leg lifts, extended leg is straight, and then you're going to extend that opposite leg and flex at the foot. Bring that leg across the midline. The hips stay connected to the mat. Down and around. 1, 2. You really have to focus. 3, 4, and 5. Other way. 1. Bring it around and down and around. One more. Good job. Bend the knee and bring that toe down. Go ahead and bring both knees up. And you're going to turn to the side. And then lift yourself up. Moving on to spine stretch. So your legs are about hip distance apart. And you're going to sit up tall. Feet are flexed. Toes are pointing towards you. You're going to squeeze the top of those thighs, and those muscles are contracted. You're going to reach your arms forward. Make sure you're not hunching the shoulders. Press the shoulders down. Reach the arms forward. To do the spine stretch, you're going to bring the chin to the chest. Round the spine. And then reach forward. And then re-articulate all the way back up. And we're going to do this the other way. So actually, I want you to start from the tailbone. So you're going to pull the tailbone under, round the spine, and then the upper back. Try not to hunch. Press the shoulders down. And then reach. So you're making a C with your spine. And then from here, you're going to start straightening up. Again. Pull the hips underneath you, round the spine. Nice job. Now, we're going to start with the shoulders. Lift, up, and restack the spine. 2 more. Pull the hips under. Round, one bone by bone, one bone at a time. Relax the shoulders down. Now starting with the upper body. Lift the head, shoulders, straighten the spine, tailbone is rooted down. Last one, pull the hips underneath, round the spine, and restack. Bring the arms out, bring the legs a little bit further out, maybe the width of the mat, grounding from your sit bones, and sitting up tall. You're going to inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to turn. Keep your hips connected to the mat. You're going to saw off your little toe. Round the spine. Restack the spine. Inhale through the center. Exhale, rotate. Round the spine. You're sawing off that little toe. Inhale, restack the spine. Exhale, rotate. Now this other hand, my hand reaching back, is going to twist and turn to face in. I'm rounding the spine. Inhale, restack, and other way. And keep it going. Keep those legs strong. Feet are flexed. So we're getting some work in the core. Pelvis is stabilized, it's strong. Restacking the spine each time. Arms are working. Legs are working because they're strong. Continue to breathe. Inhale, exhale, reach. Maybe you reach further as long as you can keep those hips down. Inhale, restack the spine. Last one. Bring those arms up. We're going to do seated twist. You're going to inhale, exhale, twist, twist. Inhale through the center, exhale, twist, twist. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's like you're wringing out a towel. Get all that water out. Good, one more. Wring it out. Last one. Wring it out. And let the arms rest. Nice job. Let's go ahead and lower back down, squeeze the thighs together, and roll down bone by bone. All right, we're going to move on to supine twist. Arms are out to the side. You're going to squeeze the legs together and the thighs together. And the feet are together. Press the back of the arms down, and you're looking straight up towards the ceiling. You're going to inhale. You're going to exhale. Drop both knees to one direction. So I'm going to my right. I want to keep both of my shoulders down, especially my opposite shoulder. Inhale, squeeze the thighs to bring those legs back up. And then exhale, dropping to the other side. Press the opposite shoulder down. Now, you do not need to go all the way down. Once your shoulder begins to lift off the floor, that is where your movement stops. So pay attention. What is the shoulder doing? Is it starting to lift? Then that's where you stop. Let's do one more on each side. And last one. And take it back center. Move your arms down by your hips. You're going to float your legs up to a tabletop position. Squeeze the legs together. We're going to do what's called a corkscrew. So it's basically you're making a letter 8 or an infinity sign. Okay? So you're going to bring the knees down, not too far. You want to keep the back down, around, and up through the center. And then down and around. It's not big, it's pretty small. Down and around. Inhale down, exhale around. Inhale down, exhale around. One more. Inhale down, exhale around. Gently bring both legs down. Moving on. Dead bug. So we're going to start with the legs, with the feet flat. Thighs are together, pressing together. You're going to extend your opposite arm, opposite leg. That leg is floating. And then you're going to pull it back in. And then you're going to switch sides. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, pull in. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach back. Pull those abs in. Exhale. Good again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull in. Now, if you like, you can float those legs up. This is the next progression, next level up. And you're going to inhale, reach, flex the foot. Keep that back down. Exhale, drag it in. And inhale, reach. Exhale, drag it in. One more. Inhale, reach. Pull the belly button to the spine. Drag it in. Inhale, reach. You should feel that work in the core. And exhale, drag it in. Relax the arms and the legs down. You're doing great. All right, we're going to work the side body. So what I want you to do is that you're going to come to the side, the edge of your mat. So I align my body on the edge of the mat, and then I take my feet to the front edge of the mat. And then you can lay your body down. This front hand is going to be in front of my chest for balance. And then I'm going to bend this front knee, the bottom knee, to give me a little bit of stability. Now, I'm going to turn, so my hip, I'm going to externally rotate so my knee is facing at a slight angle. It's not straight. And then make sure you're keeping the hips stacked. All right, so toe is pointed. You're going to inhale and then exhale. Open up, flex, squeeze the inner thigh to close. Point, lift, flex, squeeze. Point, lift, flex, squeeze. Two more. Point, lift, flex, squeeze. One more. Point, lift, flex, and squeeze. Now, We're going to turn the foot forward and the knees are facing straight ahead. Point the toe. We're going to make circles. So again, we don't want the hips to move. They're staying still. 3, 4, 5, and reverse. We're making about the size of a dinner plate. 4 and 5. Now we're going to flex the foot. Drag that foot forward. Point, drag it back. Good. And flex. Drag it forward. Feel the work of the abs. And drag it back. Now we're also working the thighs. You're going to feel the quad, that's the top of the leg, and you're going to feel the hamstrings and glutes as we reach that leg back. And 2 more. Drag it forward and point back. 1 more and drag forward, point back, hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. All right, let's go ahead and push ourselves up and go to the other side. So again, you're aligning your body on the edge of the mat. So straight line. Legs are going to lift and come to the front edge of the mat. Head is resting on the arm. You can bend the bottom knee if you want. It's optional, but sometimes it helps to keep your hips stable. This top arm is here for stability. Now, I don't want you to just kind of hang out like you're on the beach and you're not engaging that lower oblique. I want you to lift up. Okay, so that lower oblique is also working. Now, externally rotate at the hip. That leg is strong. We're going to point up, flex, squeeze down. Point up, flex, squeeze down. And this is 3. Flex. This should be somewhat challenging. And 2. Drag it up. Last one. Good job. Now bring that foot forward, knee is forward. Dinner plate size circles. 3, 4, and 5. Other way. 5. Keep that lower leg from moving. Keep those hips still. 3, 4, 5. Flex the foot. Drag it forward. And point back. And drag forward. Point back. Flex. Drag it forward. Point back. Last 2. Drag. And press it back. Slow and controlled movements. You should be really feeling this. 1 more. Now, one thing I forgot was inner thigh. We'll go back and do it, but I want you to take that leg, place it in front. It can also go behind. So if the hips are tight and this is uncomfortable, then just take it back here. That's fine. All right? So you're going to flex that bottom leg. I want you to lift that leg up as high as you can go. Make sure you're not leaning back, so keep the hips stacked. And we're going to lift and lower for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Let's go ahead and do the other side because I forgot to do that part. All right. So align your body. This leg can go in front or it can go behind. All right. Here we go. Flex that bottom foot. 1. You really want to lift as high as you can so that you can feel that inner thigh work. 5. Keep it going. 6. Try not going all the way down. You want to keep tension on that inner thigh muscle. 7. Lift, squeeze. 8. Lift, squeeze. 9. Lift, squeeze it up. And 10. Nice job. Roll over onto your stomach and flip over your stomach, and then we're going to go into bird dog. Earlier we did dead bug, now we're doing bird dog. So we're in a tabletop position. To get going, I'm going to extend one arm, opposite leg. Pull the abs in tight, like you're tightening your belt. And then you're going to switch other side. So you can start with just tapping one leg and one arm. Make sure you're not dropping your head like that. You want to look a few inches forward. Now you can also float that leg up, but it's very important that we don't open the hip. Keep the hip bones down. This is helping with shoulder stability because we're kind of balancing on one arm as we hold. That foot can be flexed or point. I like to kind of go back and forth. Make sure you're not arching that back. Pull the hips underneath. One more on each side. Last one. Very good. Now, we are going to bring the knees apart and bring the feet together. And we're going to go into our resting pose for a moment. So walk those fingers out. Just rest the head, the middle of the forehead down. And let's just take a deep breath in and out and in and out. Go ahead and come back on all fours. I want you to pull the hips underneath, round the spine, make a C curve. This is a great stretch for the spine. And then you're going to push your sit bones up, drop the belly down, pull the chest up and forward. So think about pulling the chest through the shoulders. And then one last time, bring the knees apart, walk those hands out, and rest. It's also nice to grab some pillows here and place them underneath the ribs and even the forehead, so you can just really surrender into your pillows. All right, let's go ahead and sit comfortably, and we're going to finish off with one last stretch or one last breathing exercise. And what we're going to do is you're going to do a 5-by-5 breath. So you're going to breathe in through your nose for 5 seconds, and then breathe out through pursed lips for 5 seconds. And we're going to do it just a few times. All right. You can close your eyes if you like, or find a focal point. I'm just going to look at these beautiful sunflowers at my neighbor's house. Here we go. Inhale through the nose. Fill the belly with air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale through pursed lips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just come back to your normal rate of breathing. I hope you had a good time doing some basic Pilates mat movements with me. I had a lovely time, and I hope that you like and subscribe. Please share this workout with others that you think would benefit from it or would see value in it. Y'all have a blessed day. God bless.